So I've been talking about this for a couple of years now. Actually, I started talking about this in about 5 years ago, 4 years ago. I made videos on my old YouTube channel that was removed. The entire channel was removed. Uh, I've done other videos on Rumble, and I've wrote about this extensively in Reddit. Uh, Pedophiles and how they hide in the just say no community, okay? They all hide in the just say no community. And I said this before, it's because they know if drugs, narcotics are ever decriminalized, then these Epstein type criminals are going to become public enemy number one. I'm not talking about the little guy who looks at pictures alone. I'm talking about the actual child traffickers, the people who have the money to support these elaborate networks in which children are flown over state lines and sometimes out of the country to have sex with these wealthy men. And just this whole practice in general, he wants you to forget about that. He wants you to forget about these people who target children, and he wants you to focus on this boogeyman, which is these drugs. It's drugs. And like I said, they are fighting for their lives because they know if it's ever decriminalized, then pedophilia will become public enemy number one. So you heard me talk about this a lot. I've done numerous videos. I wrote extensively about it. And now you're seeing it being played out in real time. You have Donald Trump himself, who is part of this controversy. There are videos of him inside of his residence that the FBI has seized, and they won't release. They won't release any of these videos. There's numerous politicians. They have the guy, I don't know these people's names, from England. One of the people from the royal family, the guy who was in the center of all this, Prince Andrew or something like that. He just stepped down. He just stepped down from his little monarchy. He's no longer considered whatever it is over there in the royal family because of all this. So definitely, he's definitely guilty of something if he's going to denounce his whole stance in that royal family thing. But now you see he's bombing ships. Now I want to talk about this a little bit. These boats that he's killing, these people that he's killing in Venezuela, is actually not drug smugglers, but people and businesses that are supporting the opponent in the election over there. So there's a regime that's in power or that wants to be in power in Venezuela. The American government wants this certain regime in power. And what they're doing is they're sending a military out to kill anyone who is helping the opposing side, and they just label them as drug smugglers, suspected drug smugglers, because we don't have proof of this. We just have to take their word for it. And trust me, if they will lie to you about the moon landing, they will lie to you about this. So, and now he wants to kick it up a notch, and he wants to do land strikes, which means he wants to start sending out drones on the U.S. border and in Southwest Texas, and then eventually inside of the United States. And he wants to just start killing people with drones without a trial, without any proof. He just wants to start killing people and then label them as suspected drug traffickers. Why he won't do this with pedophiles? I mean, why we don't have these drones in the sky zapping people like Prince Edward and Donald Trump and whoever else is engaging in this stuff? destroying families and ruining the lives of humans from childhood on up. I mean, these people had wrecked all these children's lives. I mean, why are we not taking this course of action against pedophiles? Well, I already answered this question years ago, and I will say it again. They know, these people who are engaging in this type of activity, they want you to focus on drugs. They want you to focus on drugs. They want you to make drug lords the Lex Luger, the public enemy number one, the big bad boogeyman, because they know if that ever changes, the people who prey on children are going to become public enemy number one. They're going to be hunted by the U.S. government and possibly zapped out of the sky by predator drones. And they do not want that. So you're seeing this, and it's embedded itself within the Republican Party. I am a registered Republican, okay? So don't try to call me a Democrat or whatever. I'm just telling the truth here. These pedophiles have embedded themselves in conservatism, and they're trying to normalize it, and they're using chronic pain sufferers as the scapegoat here. They want you to hate on chronic pain sufferers, and they want you to kill anyone who is attempting to relieve pain and suffering. And they want you to forget about the people who are causing pain and suffering upon innocent children. So it's a very, it's not really spoken about. I don't really hear anyone else speaking about this. And I don't really see too many people, I don't see anyone making a correlation between these people and the war on drugs, and how these people hide in the war on drugs. They hide in the Just Say No community, and they contribute their energy to it to keep it going, because they know their asses will be on the line if things got switched on their head. So it's a very new topic, not really new, but new for the American people. And I hope more people start speaking out about this and just calling it out for what it is. I mean, from an outsider looking in, I mean, just somebody looking at this, it seems that they are painting drug users as the boogeyman, as public enemy number one, but they want you to forget about the Jeffrey Epsteins and that entire egregore that surrounds him.